Hey Decided Destiny crew, Carl Spready's here. Thanks for joining me for another Decided Destiny Daily Dose. Decide stickability in a wasteful place and a wasteful age. Stickability. It requires stickability to create things like this, to create great books, to create great life works, to achieve great things, to get to a certain level where you're known as the authority in that space, to find respect from people that you thought you wouldn't have ever received respect from, to find gratitude and salvation in your heart, in your soul, with what you've achieved, with who you've become, with how you've changed, with how your perspective has changed. And wasteful doesn't necessarily mean physical item wasteful. It can mean wasteful in terms of relationships. It can be wasteful in terms of what we have, our health, our fitness, our body, our heart, our soul, in terms of our emotions, in terms of our potential. So science stickability is a message that came to me when I was finishing school, and my auntie, very, very grateful, lovely that she said this to me, but at the time I didn't quite understand that. I didn't, very young, have all those hormones flowing through and thinking, everything, and it wasn't until years later that I realized, hit me again, kind of like a little gut punch, and I went, wow, all these things that you have that you really value, that you protect because they're important to you, that you care for, that you embrace and look back at each day and go, I'm stoked to have become this because of these things that I've worked through, I've overcome, I've gathered, I've tried on for size, and I've stuck with. All these things have come through that stickability. And I think in today's days is a really important message because, I guess this daily dose came from a conversation with a friend, and talking about relationships and how all his friends that he knows are divorced and recycling and going through and just, new, fresh. And some of the people that he was seeing had that view, they wanted to try, they wanted to keep going. But then also had extreme depression and anxiety, and I think some of the things that have been lost is, through tradition, through foundation, through, what is old, throw everything what is old out because we only accept what is new. But some of those things that were old, and they continue to work and they continue to be a part of societies for a reason, because that's, it's like that quote, a society is born Stoic and dies Epicurean. And if you dive into the philosophy a little bit more, just understanding that some of traditional things, obviously we got to develop with the age, but some of those things are so important. And especially in today's day, when you're realizing, wow, in a economically sound country, safe country, great weather, why are we top of the world with suicides? Why are we in the top with depression, anxiety? What else is going on? Is there a little undercurrent of destruction of some of the things that we once had there to actually create a strong society that lasts? Is there too much of throw everything out that's old, throw everything out that is, by my view, cavemen-like, and bring everything new in? Should there be some sort of transition? I think especially for young men, in today's day, very hard to find where their purpose is, what they're supposed to do, how they're supposed to show up, because they've been told, a lot of them, that they're the scorn of the earth, and then they're also told, we don't need you here, we don't need you there. So, realizing that sticking to some of those things it actually works out for better for all of us, and also stickability in your own life. So work out how you're going to incorporate stickability in your life. What are you going to stick to? I struggle with this as well because I want to go and grab the new shiny toy. I want to be the dog that chases the car down the road because it's a different color today. But I've got to stick at things. I've got to stay with what I've got. I've got to be grateful for things that are coming easily into my life that in the past I had to work really hard and struggle and strive and deal with lots of rejection and failures to actually get. But now they're flowing, they're free flowing, the energy's flowing through. So I've got to be grateful. I've got to stick to that whilst looking at what else can I build, what else can I create, what else can I do. That's the type of person that I am, and that's the phase of my life that I'm in. Is that development, is that new challenges, is that stepping into a new ring, a new fighting ring. So working out, where does stickability stand in my life? What are things that I need to stick to? And one of the great things is you can create a not to do list. So things you don't want to do, things that you don't want to keep doing. I don't want to keep getting drunk and wasting 2 days of my week. I don't want to look at filthy things, online. I don't want to hang around spiritually and energetically filthy people who are just going to demoralize me, bring me down, not allow me to become my best self. Create that not to do list. Create that. I call it non-negotiables. There's many ways of calling it, but create your non-negotiables, stick to them, and work out what you're going to stick with. What are you going to stick with so that you can create, your life's work, so that you can create something great, so that you can become your fully actualized, powerful, spiritual being that is contributing, that is feeling fulfilled, that is going to bed at night tired because they've put it in the day and they've been grateful and happy for what they've put in, what work they've put in, what they've done, that is versatile, that can change with the changing times, that can stick to what's important and pivot and develop different ways of doing what they've always been doing. Whether it's an online forum, whether it's going to a smaller town, being more community focused, whatever it is, just work out those things that you're going to stick to and realize the power that is in stickability. In this instantaneous world, instant gratification, I want it now, I want it now, I want it now. Guess what happens? If you get something right now and it's that saying of the first generation works hard, makes the money, second generation inherits the money, the third generation loses the money, right? If you get it, if you earn it, it's a different kettle of fish altogether. If you earn your keep, if you earn your growth, if you earn these things, you're gonna actually utilize it and implement it in your life. If you just get given it, guess what? The value exchange is down, it's plummeted. There's no value in this. This person over there would be praying on their knees, jumping up and down to be given that opportunity. And you're just throwing it away, not caring about it, not considering, not engaging, not interacting, not implementing it to, grow a greater life for yourself. When you stick to something, you earn it. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that one. Share around with anyone else who might benefit from this. Continue to have stickability in your life. Learn where you can have stickability in your life.